Hi everyone, my name is Simpi and today I am going to explain you the poem Road Not Taken, composed by Robert Frost. In this poem, poet basically tells us about the decision-making ability. He talks about the his life experiences when when he was traveling in the forest and he has to make the decision to take the one road out of two diverged roads. Then through his poem, he symbolizes uh, uh, our daily situations. In this poem, poet emphasizes on one's ability to take right decisions at the right time, like decision making ability of a person. In our lives, we make various decisions, and uh, and we know that our decision makes us. Like our future is largely depend upon the choices that we make today. So poet emphasizes that our individual should be wise enough while making the choices in his or her life. So let us move to the poem and see what the poet is describing in his poem. Summary: The Road Not Taken is a poem by Robert Frost that describes the speaker's experience of standing at a fork in a forest and contemplating which path to take. The speaker ultimately chooses the path appears less traveled, and this decision makes a significant difference in their life. The poem is often interpreted as a reflection on individualism, choice, and the impact of our decision on our lives. Like as I said earlier, that in this poem the poet has to make decision that to which to choose which road. So in this poem, forest is symbolizing our life, and the road from which he has to make choice is symbolizes our situations. So, like what happened in our life, we have to make decision according to the situation. In spite of having various alternatives, we have to go to the one option only. So, and see the consequences afterwards. What happened? Sometimes we think that what if we will not we get accomplishment for our choices, but we are going to discover something or we are going to learn something. But what happened sometimes also what happens with us, we regret after taking the decision, and we come along that far that we can't return to the same situation and the same place again. So that also affect our lives. So so this is the whole of the poem is all about, uh, uh, that the person should take the decision wisely. This is the art that how one should take the right decision at the right time. Now here's the second stanza of the poem: Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. The meaning of difficult words: fair means as good as the other one, claim means better option, grassy unused, wanted wear means had not been used. So in this stanza, poet is explaining that at the first glance he chooses the road which was less traveled by the travelers, which signifies or which indicates that the poet is of the opinion, or the poet has the power to choose or stand alone by the rather than the crowd. So he is not like the person to follow the crowd. He has that power, or he can take his decision on his own, and he is not of the type to follow the crowd. So, and afterwards we see that the poet comes to the conclusion that both the roads were equally traveled by the travelers, means equally opted by the travelers. So here's the explanation of the second stanza. Here's the theme of the poem: individualism and choice. The poem explores the idea of making choices and the impact they have on our lives. The speaker's decision to take the less traveled path represents the importance of individuality and taking an unconventional approach to life. The uncertainty of life. The poem reflects on the uncertainty inherent in the decision making. The speaker acknowledges that it is impossible to predict where each path will lead, yet still must make a choice. Here, when we go through the poem, we will see uh, there is the curiosity in the poet's mind to know the consequences of a decision. Means he wants to peep in his future, but he is unable to. So that is about what is written here, but we will see it in the explanation of the poem. Regret and nostalgia. The speaker admits that they will likely look back on their with the sense of longing for the other path. This theme highlights the human tendency to romanticize the past and wonder about what could have been. Nature as a metaphor. The poem uses the forest setting and paths as a metaphor for life journeys and the decisions we face along the way. Like here, the poet is talking about a regret and nostalgia. Like sometimes in the life, what we do, we take the wrong decisions, okay, and we go far and we can't go back, and then the regret is there. And what helps in our life to make the choices is our past experiences. So this is all about that. And nature as a metaphor means here, the as I have discussed earlier, the here the forest is the life and the roads are the choices that we have to make in our lives. So the poet choose the metaphor of forest and roads to denote his life or all's life. So let us proceed to the poem now. So here's the first stanza of the poem. Two roads traverse in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, where it bent in the undergrowth. Now the difficult words here diverse to separate and go in different. Yellow wood here, a forest with decomposing leaves. Undergrowth means dense growth of plants and bushes means the forest. Now, here what happens that the poet is standing at the fork and he is thinking in his mind very hard that where to go, which road to take. So he take one road and start walking along it. And what he saw after walking some time, the shady bushes and green leaves is blocking his way. So he can't see after that. So what happens now? The thing is that the now here in this paragraph, poet is describing the real life of the poet. That folk is in his real life folk. Like he can't see, uh, he can't he only sees the current situation. Like sometimes what happened, we can see only the current situation. We can't imagine what will happen afterwards. Like um, we can't peep into our future while making our decisions. We can't peep in our future. Like we are not knowing what will happen next, what is the consequences of our decisions. So this is the meaning of the first stanza. Now let us proceed to the second. So this is a TLM prepared by me. So this is all about the whole poem, and thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much.